Okay, so today I'm making an easy shepherd's pie, and the first part of that is just to brown some hamburger meat. This is the 88% lean meat we buy at Costco. I like to save myself the hassle of draining too much grease when I can, so I try to buy the leaner meats. And once that's browned, I'm going to chop an onion, and I'll add the onion toward the last parts of the browning process after I've drained some grease. And we'll add some cream of chicken soup, a little salt, pepper. I like a touch of garlic in it. I'll probably put a little bit of ground turmeric in it because that's just my preference. I really like to cook with it. And I'll get some potatoes peeled. So I just make mashed potatoes for my shepherd's pie topping, and I mash them up the way I would if I was going to serve them as a side dish. So I'll get some potatoes peeled here in just a bit too. It'll all go in my Corningware type dish and bake in the oven. So everything's cooked before I put it in the oven, but I like to get you know, the tops of the potatoes kind of browned and crispy, and the cheese that goes in it will be melted. I'm going to use this 4-state cheddar. That's some good stuff right there. And I've got some other cheddar that I might put in it too because I like it nice and cheesy. Richard also likes corn in his, so I might put some corn in it, and that way we have a one-pot meal that is just a variation of a shepherd's pie. But again, as we get some more steps completed, I'll add to the video and walk you through all of it. Alright, so I've got about a medium onion here, and that's about 2 pounds of ground beef. So as I let the meat finish cooking, we'll get those onions done. You don't have to put onions in if you don't like onions. Alright, so we're going to let that keep cooking. And I'll finish cutting up my potatoes. I had some red potatoes left over, so this will be a combination of red potatoes and russet potatoes. In the pan, just enough water to cover them. Season my water with salt, pepper, garlic, and that's how I do my mashed potatoes for everything. So we're going to let those get tender, let the onions get tender, let the meat finish getting cooked, and I'll be back in just a bit when I'm ready for the next steps. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my meat seasoned. So we'll do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, just a touch of garlic powder. I don't want an Italian dish, but garlic is just a great flavor enhancer. And same thing, I'll just do a little bit of the turmeric. I don't want a smoky flavor. I just want some richness added to the seasonings. Love the smell of onions cooking. And this is going to just continue to cook so those onions can get done. I know that's not fun when you have a dish that's got, I mean, I don't mind raw onions on a hamburger or in a salad, but if I'm having onions in a casserole, I don't want them crunchy. Potatoes are going. Okay, so this is where we are right now. We'll have a little more to do in just a bit. Potatoes are ready. If you're new to making mashed potatoes, or you're just now starting out learning how to cook, the way you tell if your potatoes are done is if you stick a fork in a piece and it can't hold on, then it's ready. So we're going to take these off of the stove. Drain them over here. Then get them into the pan again, because I just beat them right in the pan. But while those are cooling for just a second, we'll go ahead and get. Alright, while those are waiting for me, we're going to go ahead and get the soup, the cream of chicken soup. This is just 1 can of, I just happen to have the Campbell's, but you can use generic cream of soup. You can use cream of mushroom soup. That's also nice. It changes the flavor just a little bit, but that's good. You could use cream of celery. So really whatever your go-to is for soups. And get this mixed up. Turn the heat down. Smells yummy. Just get that blended there. And this is the filling. This will be the filling. So again, shepherd's pie, the primary ingredients are meat and potatoes. Can't go wrong with that. Season it up how you like. If you want to add some vegetables to it, some other vegetables besides the potatoes, you can. Alright, so we're just going to let that keep simmering. And we'll get busy mashing our potatoes. Alright, so to my nice hot potatoes, I'm going to add just some sliced butter. This is probably about a half a stick of butter. I like them nice and buttery, and we're a real butter family. We don't use margarine or any of the artificial spreads. Real butter. Just get these potatoes chopped up a little bit more. And then I'm going to add a little bit of milk. You ready to help, huh, Coop? And I like to use the mixer to do my potatoes. Whips them up nice and gets the pieces really broken up so that they're not lumpy. And especially for the shepherd's pie, I want to have nice whipped peaks of mashed potato on top of that meat. We'll be putting it all together here in just a bit. Alright, so I'm going to get my oven preheated to 375. And now we're ready to plop all this together. Put the meat here in the bottom. Super simple. Potatoes on. And depending on what size dish you're cooking it in, obviously you may have to adjust how much meat, how many potatoes you use. Again, this was about 2 pounds of ground beef and a medium onion, 1 can of soup. I'll have all the details in the description. And then this was, about the equivalent of 3 medium russet potatoes, maybe a little bit more. Again, I mixed some of the red potatoes I had left over from the last time I did something with red potatoes, and just put a russet potato in with it. Ooh, and here's what happens when you're doing live stuff. I forgot to put my cheese on, so let me scoop this. We're going to make it work. A nice layer of cheese. So cheese over the meat. And then your potatoes are almost like a crust over the top. Cooper wants a bite so bad. So these potatoes will have a little bit of meat mixed in them, but that's okay. Give it a nice look. Just kind of seal that around the edges there. Let's let them have a lick, Daddy. Clean spoon for me. My little dishwashers. Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right, so into the oven it goes. Timing. Middle rack, 375 for about 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. All right, and we'll be back when it's ready so you can see the finished results. Well, the dogs are getting some homemade tonight that I made yesterday. We'll take a peek at our shepherd's pie. Ooh, that's steaming. Ooh, that's coming along nicely. And we're going to have some nice Parker House rolls with it. Getting some butter out to soften. And one reason I like to use the dish I have in the oven is because it's got a lid, so it's easy to pop that in the refrigerator and just serve leftovers out of that. All right, it'll be out in just a bit, and we'll let you see it on a plate. All right, that is ready to come out. Look how beautiful that is. I don't have my cameraman right now, so all I can do is let you see it before I pull it out of the oven, because obviously I can't use both hands to get it out of the oven and hold my camera. I'll have it served on a plate here in just a bit. Our rolls are heating, but it smells wonderful. It looks perfect, and in spite of my mix-up and forgetting to put my cheese in before I started putting on my potatoes, it looks like a regular shepherd's pie to me. Be back in a bit. Alright, it is served up and ready to go. The cheese is nice and melted. Everything is steaming hot. And let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. That's comfort food right there. So easy. It really doesn't take very long. All the ingredients are things you can find easily and inexpensively at any grocery store. It's great reheated. It freezes well, so it's just an all-around great menu option for your family. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.